Hello, my name is Thomas Crowfoot. I am a student here at Grand Canyon University, and today I'm doing a presentation on the benchmark project Milestone for course CST-339. So throughout this whole course, it was a weekly group project, and we were all tasked with building a website. With a technology overview and implication approach, our project involved building a web-based application using Spring Tool Suite, which leverages the Spring framework. User experience, UI design, and technical design decisions. The UI design aimed to deliver a seamless and intuitive user experience. We implemented a responsive layout to ensure device accessibility, providing easy navigation and clear defined functionality. Feedback loops like error messages and successful notifications were integrated to enhance the user experience. How are object-oriented programming techniques used to solve your problems and develop a client server or cloud-based application? So when it comes to the critical technical decisions included, we use adopting RESTful API design for communication between the client and the server. And we also use the Spring security to secure endpoints and authenticate users. UML diagram, the controller layer handles the HTTP request for product related orientations, and the service layer implements basic business logic. Teamwork, how did your team apply teamwork skills during the project design and development? So we conducted a discussion to evaluate our strengths and weaknesses, brainstorm ideas for the project, the name, logo, and selected a point of contact. So initially during week one, it was only three of us. It was Cesar Torres, Justin Reinhardt, and myself. Then on week two, we gained Emma Gosling. And it was a little challenging to get together initially to do the brainstorming since two of us were here in Arizona, one's on the East Coast. We could put in the time zone difference there. And the third person, they were actually in the military, they are in the military, and they kept getting pulled away to go active duty or some training simulators. So they were gone for days at a time. So I made the communication a little more difficult, but we actually ended up using or agreeing to use Microsoft Teams to communicate with each other, figure out what times would work best for us, and planning ahead. And we always aim to have everything completed by Saturday mornings just to give us enough time to make sure all of our code was working together. And if there was any issues, then we would have enough time to sort it out before we had to submit the project by Sunday night. What tools, techniques, and methodologies were used to communicate your vision within your team? What worked? What did not work? How could it have been improved? How did you ensure the goal of your project would be achieved? To communicate our vision effectively, we utilize tools like Spring Tool Suite for development and group messaging platforms to coordinate efforts. Collaborative brainstorming sessions worked well in aligning the teams, but occasionally miscommunication arose due to different time zone and work hours. Improved task documents and regular check ins could enhance communication, but these practices ensured our project goals were met by brainstorming, a shared understanding, and streamlined workflow. And we do have multiple tools down here that we use. So the first one was the Spring Tool Suite, which is here. Over here on the left side, you can see the package, the Milestone project, and then each of the different classes down below. So we can see the different login controllers, the registration controller, the model, the HTML code for it. And there's a bunch of different ones over here on the side that we all had to use to get everything working together. Next, we had to use MySQL Workbench, which is this here. On the left side, we can see where it says Supply Tracker. That's the name of our website. There are different tables, products, and columns. So then, whoops, let me expand that for you. So we can click on each different one and see the definition down here and see what's going on. And if I just click columns in general, you'll see each thing, like the name is varchar 50, the price is double, and there's different like coding in here. The MAMP, which is here, is used to connect the Apache server and the MySQL server. The MySQL server just timed out, but it's from here we can click on the open web start page. That'll take us right to the local MApp. We can click on My Admin, which would actually take us to here. And then on the left side, you can see all the different packages. The supply tracker is what we're going to focus on right now. And we see the project registration and the user tables in here. So we can click on it, it'll load, and it'll show all the different stuff that we had the code in here. The different vendors, the categories, and just different stuff for the website. Lastly, we also use Postman. Postman is an API platform for building and using APIs. Postman simplifies each step of the API lifecycle and streamlines collaboration so you can create better APIs faster. And here's the Postman. So you can see the different JSON and XML codes in here. But if I copy and paste, like let's see the XML website, bring it over here to Google, copy and paste it, it'll take us right to the supply tracker website, which leads us to our next section. This is exactly what the website looks like. Here's the logo and the name. And we have the home page, the login information. And let's say if I just log in like that without entering password, it'll pop up with please fill out this field. Or even if I just hit login in general, it'll do the same thing but up there. With a don't have an account, you can click registration here, or you can click sign up over here. Once you are fully signed in, you can click on the different tabs to see the projects and the create product areas. But right now I can just focus on trying to create a profile. But once I go in and do that, it will just have us register it down here. And make sure that all of our code was tied together. We all agreed to use GitHub and upload our code here. So I can take us back to the beginning of it. Oh, it broke. Or whatever. So I can click on the different areas and we can see the different codes within here. Milestone project, SEC or SRC, the main, Java model, and different ones in here. So that way the point of contact, which was Emma, can easily throw it all together, make sure it's working, and then submit the project. If it wasn't, of course, we're meeting and trying to figure out what the error message is and figure it out. But overall, the project was successful. We had everything up and running. And that's the end of the presentation. I also want to thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day.